Welcome to Engineering Funda family. This video is a part of Advanced Microprocessor video lecture series, and in this video I'll be going to explain you protection mechanism of microprocessor 80386. My dear students, first of all you should understand what is protection mechanism. Protection mechanism means whenever user is trying to access any memory at that time, is it like user is allowed to access given memory? That is what protection mechanism. And here when user is accessing memory at that time, there are two stages which is happening inside 80386. User is asking for access of memory, that is pointed by virtual memory, right? And that address that will be given to segmentation. So segmentation will convert virtual address into linear address. After segmentation there is paging. Paging converts linear address into physical address. So when user is trying to access any memory in physical memory, there are two stages which is happening. And in these two stages, protection mechanism is happening. How it is happening? Let us try to understand that. So my dear students, protection mechanism of 80386 that is done during memory segmentation and during paging. Here, my dear students, in general there are three categories of protection provided. First is limit check. Now what is limit check, my dear students? Limit check means when user is accessing memory, at that time offset address provided by user cannot be greater than the limit provided by segment descriptor. And limit is also based on G bit, you should know that, right? So my dear students, here whenever user is asking for access of data, at that time user will be giving offset address. And size of the segment that will be defined by limit, and that limit will be there inside segment descriptor, right? So limit explains what is the size of segment. So obviously offset address cannot be greater than size of segment, right? So first of all limit check will happen. In that we will see that whether this offset address is greater than size of segment is or not. Size of segment means limit, right? So here my dear students, as if you operate with 8 bits or as if operand size is of 8 bits, in that case you can directly say offset should be lower than or equal to limit, right? For example, as if you execute move bh comma data pointed by address, in that case here we are operating with 8 bits of data as per bh. So you can say offset should be lower than limit, right, as per offset less than or equal to limit. But my dear students, 80386 supports 16 bits of operation as well as 32 bits of operation. So in case of 16 bits of operation, offset size that should be lower than or equal to limit -1. Why? The reason is here operand size that is of 16 bits. So at last address of offset it is possible that we have 2 bytes. So in that case that offset should be lower than or equal to limit -1, right? So for example, as if you execute move bx comma memory pointed by address, in that case operand size is of 16 bits. So in this situation offset should be lower than or equal to limit -1. And as I have told you, there can be 32 bits of operation with 80386. So in that case offset should be lower than or equal to limit -3. So at last offset address there can be 4 byte as per 32 bits of operation. So offset should be lower than or equal to limit -3. So in short you can say that my dear students, offset address cannot be greater than size of segment, and size of segment is pointed by limit of segment descriptor, right? For example, as if move ebx comma square bracket of address is given, then here operand is of 32 bits. So in that case offset should be lower than or equal to limit -3, right? Now my dear students, I'll explain you how do we have type check. Type check means what? We need to understand what type of segment is given to you, right? And that information regarding type check that will be given to you in segment descriptor, right? So here what we do is we check out which type of segment is there. Is it data segment, code segment, stack segment? Based on that only, user can access information from the memory location, right? So first we check which type of segment is there. Then we need to see which type of permissions are given. Is it readable only, or read and write permissions are given to you or not? All those things that will be defined inside segment register. And you need to check also whether it is executable or not, right? So that type check that will happen inside segment descriptor. So that is second level of protection. And in third protection check, we need to check privilege, right? So my dear students, in privilege check, you will have to understand what is privilege level. So here, first of all, you need to understand what is DPL, that is target descriptor privilege level. Now my dear students, there are a few basic things that you need to understand. See, let us consider here we are having user, and user is having virtual memory address. So in virtual memory address, you will be having selector and offset. Selector will be having privilege level, that will be requested privilege level. So that is a privilege level of user. And once selector is selecting any descriptor, that will be our target descriptor. So in target descriptor, inside there will be target descriptor privilege level, right? So user is having requested privilege level, and inside descriptor there will be target descriptor privilege level, right? So RPL is requested privilege level, which is requested by user. And once we select descriptor, that will be having target descriptor privilege level. And here, my dear students, CPL is current code segment descriptor privilege level. So currently whatever code is executed by user, that is having current code segment descriptor privilege level. Now why it is there, I'll explain you that step by step. Let us see first what is EPL, that is effective privilege level. So effective privilege level, that will be maximum of RPL or CPL. So my dear students, sometimes what happens is user is defining their privilege level with higher priority privilege level. So in case of higher priority privilege level, if requested privilege level that is there at 0, in that case system cannot give you directly highest privilege level, right? What system will do is, system will consider effective privilege level only. In that we will be considering maximum of RPL and CPL. So current code segment descriptor privilege level and requested privilege level, both will be considered over here, and out of that whatever maximum is there, that will be assigned as effective privilege level, right? So here you should know first what is privilege level. So we have 2 bits to have privilege level. So by 2 bits we can have in total 4 privilege level, 0, 1, 2, 3. 0 is having highest priority and 3 is having lowest priority. So as 3 is having lowest priority, you can say that as if lowest priority is there as effective privilege level, then those memory area which is having lower priority, that will be only allowed for access, right? So here my dear students, even if user is requesting with higher privilege level, but as if current code segment is having lower privilege level, then maximum of that too will get considered. For example, if user is defining privilege level as per PL bit is equals to 0, 1, means it is having privilege level 1. But as if current code segment is having privilege level 1, 1 means 3, then maximum of this two that will get considered, means effective privilege level will be 3, that will be lowest priority privilege level, right? So that is how effective privilege level is getting considered. And my dear students, access will be granted based on comparison of effective privilege level and target descriptor privilege level. So here condition for access is DPL, means target descriptor privilege level, that should be greater than or equal to maximum of RPL or CPL, and that is also referred as EPL. So you can say target descriptor privilege level, that should be having higher value, right, compared to EPL, and then only user can access the memory. Otherwise target descriptor will not allow access of memory grant to user. My dear students, here you should know how privilege levels are assigned with different tasks, right? So here PL3 that is having lowest priority, in that applications will be there. Privilege level 2 that is having bit higher priority compared to applications, in that custom extensions will be there. In privilege level 1 there will be system services, and highest privilege level that is PL0, in that kernel based files will be there, right? So that is how privileges are defined, and based on that only user can access the data. So protection mechanism explains what? User cannot corrupt the file which are there in interface of microprocessor, and for that protection mechanism is there. So I think now, my dear students, it is clear to you how protection mechanism is provided by microprocessor 80386. Still, if any confusion is there, what I want is you just post that in comment box so that we can have further discussion. Thank you so much for watching this video.